Good morning. Before we start, may I remind you all to set your mobile phones off or in the silent mode, please. Today is a very important, joyous occasion for Indian science, and we are really pleased to have with us Bharat Ratna Professor C.N.R. Rao. The star of today's event, someone known for monumental contributions to materials chemistry and science, who has been inspiring scientists of varied genres and generations across the world. He is accompanied by Dr. Mrs. Indumati Rao. We have with us Honorable Chief Minister of Karnataka, Sri Basavaraj Bommai. We are absolutely delighted that he is visiting us more than once in the last few months. And we also have with us Honorable Minister Dr. Ashwath Narayan, who is also a second-time visitor, who is Minister of Higher Education, Minister of Electronics, IT, BT, Science and Technology, and Minister of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship and Livelihood, Government of Karnataka. Their presence here with us today is a testimony to the fact that Government of Karnataka keeps science and scientific culture at the highest priority. And we are indeed very lucky to be in Karnataka in science. We will initiate this program with a beautiful invocation by our students. And may I call upon
A very good morning to everyone. Today, on this auspicious occasion, I would like to present a welcome song based on Rag Arul Hero, the Tutu Tan, who is in classical form. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We had with us Sarvajit Datta, Dhimati Rao, and Deepam Bhattacharya, and I thank them for the beautiful rendering of invocation. We will now have a formal welcome by the President of JNCASR, Professor G.U. Kulkarni. That was our Dean Faculty Affairs, Professor Umesh Wagmare. Thank you, Umesh. Good morning to you all. Bharat Ratna Professor C.N. Rao, Madam Dr. Indumati Rao, Honorable Chief Minister of Karnataka, Shri Basavaraj Bommai, Dr. C.N. Ashwat Narayan, Honorable Minister of Higher Education, Electronics, IT, BT, and Science and Technology, Additional Minister of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship and Livelihood, Karnataka Government, and my dear colleagues, faculty colleagues, students, staff, and invitees, including those who are online, people watching on the YouTube. A warm welcome to you all. And as Umesh expressed, it's a great pleasure for all of us to be in this wonderful occasion. And I welcome all the participants. A brief on Amy. So Rao has received the International Amy Award 2020 for research into renewable energy sources and energy storage. It's called the Energy Frontiers Award. Amy, as a global energy company, through these awards, aims to promote better use of energy sources and encourage researchers working in these areas. This is the 13th edition. There was some delay in giving away the award, apparently because of the COVID and related delays. Previous Emmy Award winners include some Nobel laureates. Indeed, in the research community, the Emmy Award has come to be known as Nobel Prize of Energy Research. Even Wikipedia mentions that. As many of us are aware, Professor Rao has been working on new generation energy sources and storage devices. He emphasizes on hydrogen energy, energy storage, photochemical, electrochemical production of hydrogen, solar production of hydrogen, and non-metallic catalysis. And some of these are highlights of these works many of us are aware of. I shall now read the formal citation which is given with the award. It begins like this. The Energy Frontiers Award has been conferred for Professor Rao's work on metal oxides, carbon nanotubes, and other materials and two-dimensional systems, including graphene, boron, nitrogen, carbon hybrid materials, and molybdenum sulfide for energy applications and green hydrogen production. Later can, in fact, be achieved through various processes, including the photodissociation of water, thermal dissociation, and electrolysis activated by electricity produced from solar or wind energy. Professor Rao has worked in all these three areas and developed some highly innovative materials. The citation continues. The same and related materials have also been shown to have beneficial properties for the construction of hydrogen storage systems and supercapacitors with high specific power and an increased number of charge-discharge cycles. The latter are energy storage devices similar to batteries, which will become an increasingly important part of renewable energy sector. Citation ends. This coveted award was presented by the President of the Italian Republic on 14th October 2021 during an official ceremony which was held in the Curial Palace in Rome. And Professor Rao couldn't make it to go there because of the pandemic. And it was done virtually. And so we'll get to see a video clip on this event soon. And today, the medal is with us. In fact, I was honored to receive it from the courier person last evening, and we have secured it in the safe. And soon we activated with this, dialoguing with the CM's office. And so it's very kind that the dignitaries are with us today to hand over the medal to Professor Rao. That's the occasion. In fact, over the last several months, I've received greeting messages from many, many eminent colleagues and friends, in fact, all around the world. And they also include messages from neighboring institutes in Bangalore. Importantly, a few weeks ago, Professor Rao received a greeting message from Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi ji. So on behalf of JNCASR community and on my own behalf, please accept our heartiest congratulations. Through your visionary thoughts and action, we wish to receive your continued guidance and take the center to greater heights. I also welcome Dr. Indumati Rao to the event. We are very grateful to you for your continued affection all these years. Hearty welcome to the occasion. I'm very, very pleased to welcome Honorable Chief Minister of Karnataka, Shri Basavaraj Bommai. He agreed to our request at a very, very short notice. I told you last evening, 6 o'clock, I initiated this process. You can believe that. This demonstrates this is an illustration of his feelings and respect for Professor Rao, and also his concern towards the scientific research. In fact, when he saw me during Bangalore Nano event, it was very courteous of him to ask me whether the activities have come back since the recent floods in the campus. And he is also kind of him that he has sanctioned funds for solving our problems related to waterlogging. While he was seated here in a few minutes ago, actually he was making inquiries with officials about how the work is progressing. Very kind of you, sir. Thank you. We are honored that Honorable Minister Dr. C.M. Ashok Narayan is with us. Welcome to you, Doctor. In a recent conversation, I learned about the steps and measures taken by his team, his office, towards improving higher education in the state. A phenomenal thing to learn about. And in fact, Karnataka is the first state to implement NEP. We have Professor Shiva Prasad with us, part of NEP implementation. And we should congratulate Dr. Ashok Narayan in this regard. Thank you very much and welcome to you. With these few words, I welcome you all warmly to this event. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Thank you, Professor Kulkarni. As Professor Kulkarni mentioned, we have gathered here today to celebrate the NE Energy Frontiers Award 2020 received by Professor C.N. Rao. The award was instituted by the NE Oil Company in 2008, and it has now become much more than a company prize. It has now become a globally significant event in applied research and technological innovation in energy. The 2020 NE Award ceremony was held on 14th of October 2021 due to the delays of the pandemic. And it was traditionally held in the Quirinale Palace and was attended by the President of Italian Republic, Sergio Mattarella. And this involvement of the Italy's highest institutional office confirms the value of this increasingly important award for any as well as for the scientific community. And it's indeed a very proud moment for the Indian science. To give you a sort of idea about this ceremony, on October 14th, we have a brief video of about 3 minutes, and we will now have it on the screen and also on the screen in the TV. Yeah.
Fa ingresso il Presidente della Repubblica.
Signor Presidente della Repubblica, signore e signori, vorrei innanzitutto porgere i più sentiti ringraziamenti al Presidente della Repubblica, Sergio Mattarella, che anche quest'anno ci ospita in questa prestigiosa sede per il conferimento dell'Emmy Award. Sono onorata di partecipare a questa cerimonia che, giunta alla sua 13ª edizione, è diventata un punto di riferimento a livello internazionale per la ricerca nei campi dell'energia e dell'ambiente.
Consegna al Presidente della Repubblica di una medaglia coniata in occasione dell'edizione 2020 dell'Emmy Award da parte del Presidente e dell'amministratore delegato di Eni SpA. Il Capo dello Stato procede ora alla premiazione dei vincitori dell'Emmy Award 2020 alla presenza del Presidente e dell'amministratore delegato di Eni SpA. Premio Transizione Energetica al Professor David Allen, collegato in streaming. Ha sviluppato nuovi strumenti in grado di stimare le emissioni fuggitive di metano con una risoluzione spaziale e temporale tale da permettere la costruzione di inventari sempre più completi ed accurati. Premio Frontiere dell'Energia al Professor Cintamani Nages Ramachandra Rao, collegato in streaming. Per lo sviluppo di materiali bidimensionali e nanostrutturati innovativi per applicazioni in campo energetico nell'ambito delle fonti rinnovabili.
Thank you, Mr. Srinath. And on behalf of all of us, I congratulate Professor C.N.R. Rao once again. May I now invite Honorable Minister Dr. Ashwath Narayan to kindly deliver his address, please.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Good morning to all the dignitaries and all the invitees, students, researchers who have assembled here to show respect and to congratulate our legend, Bharat Ratna, Professor C.N.R. Rao, on being conferred ENI Energy Frontier Award 2020. On this occasion, the award being conferred on him for his research in the area of renewable energy sources and as well as the energy storage. Probably he is born with a vision and vision, and consistently God has blessed him to be a real legend. And probably we have seen all those impact. Probably I'll explain it later. First of all, I would like to congratulate him and on this occasion, which has been organized to congratulate and facilitate him and appreciate and get inspired and motivated. First to get inspired and motivated by his achievements, so that we'll take a little bit of message from him to adapt in our life and get inspired. So once again, I congratulate you, sir, on behalf of the people of our country, from the state of Karnataka particularly, sir. And Srimati Indu madam, I congratulate you, madam. You have been the real inspiration for sir. I think your inspiration, your support, consistent support has made him to achieve all these things. I once again congratulate both of you. And our Honorable Chief Minister, who is known as a visionary and is basically an engineer by qualification. Always, he's been, emphasizing a lot on a scientific temper and more so on innovation, research, technology, and a very progressive future. And we want the state of Karnataka, because of science, the foundation which has been very well laid by the scientists and the science researchers, because of their hard work, their perseverance, their contribution, we are seeing many offshoots now. Many offshoots, many branches, whatever it is, the Karnataka or the Bangalore today, it's all because of the science. So our Honorable Chief Minister has been leading from the front and he's been taking a lot of big steps and ensuring the state of Karnataka will be the most progressive state in the entire world, not only in our country. Under his leadership, we have been doing So I would like to recognize his leadership and his contribution, as well as our President, Kulkarni ji. We have been closely working with Kulkarni ji with regard to the nanotechnology elsewhere. Our legend, our Vision Group Chairman for the Science and Technology, Chairman for our Nano Vision Group, and many more things. Under his leadership, which we started in the state of Karnataka, probably we completed the 13th edition, and we are still continuing strongly and we are advancing. Our Kulkarni ji, Giridhar Kulkarni ji, Dr. Giridhar Kulkarni ji, has been now the president of the very institute which has been established by our legend, Professor C.N.R. Rao. The very same institution is the president now, Kulkarni ji. I recognize all of your contribution, and without taking much of time, as the future lies with only the 21st century, is more and more emphasizing on science and innovation, technology, and more so in all the innovative and frontier areas. So without saying much, we need to, how much we do, it is less. Probably in this direction, the inspiration given by our legend, Professor C.N.R. Rao, Bharata Ratna C.N.R. Rao, the kind of institution where we are now assembled and we are conducting the program, the very founder and the very establishment, everything happened under his leadership. The institution like Jawaharlal Nehru Center for Advanced Scientific Research, which was established here and replicated across the country. Probably by doing so, this has become the #1 institution, not only in our country, probably across the world, this institution has been recognized. This is a kind of contribution which has made a huge difference for our state and our country and for entire humanity. Probably we need to take it further in a much more bigger way. In this direction, we are trying to correct the very basic steps in education policy from the nursery till the higher learning. We are trying to promote and ensure the very basic path, the basic foundation is corrected, and ensuring a better future for all our people and citizens of the country. Probably Bharata Ratna, the highest award what you could see, sir, and the Bharata Ratna, the only person which I could associate and work and see and talk to person with Bharata Ratna is only you, sir. It was my opportunity to be with you and talk to you, communicate, connect with you. It was really a great opportunity for me, because Bharata Ratna for me, it's everything. It is the top most civilian award given in our country. I think it is for the rarest to rarest people who have given an immense contribution for the growth of our country. And along with this, what has been given, Linus Pauling, and now the UNI award for the energy. Energy is something which is going to make a huge difference. Probably the storage also is going to make a big difference. And energy starvation Energy has been the biggest challenge what our country has been facing. Probably many challenges which we need to address time and again. The foreign forces always prevented India becoming in a self-sufficient, self-reliant. Energy was the biggest thing which we face the challenges. Always the geopolitics worked on energy. So energy is going to make a big difference for any country to become sustainable, to stand on its own leg, see a better future. Probably in this area, whatever research has been done by our legend is really remarkable and immense contribution has been given by him. That's how the ENI Energy Frontier Award has been conferred on him for his good work, and the age has not mattered anything to him. And every day for him, it's the science work or the research work only has motivated and inspired him, and which has inspired all of us. So nothing more to add, since all of you have been fans of our CNR Rauji, you know more than all of us. I don't want to take much of time. My leader is here, our Honorable Chief Minister. We are eager to listen to him, his words, and more so our legend. Once again, I congratulate and all the dignitaries who have assembled here. Once again, best wishes. Namaskara. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ashwath Narayan. Indeed, I've been here for 20 years. I have been witness to how Professor Rao has impacted science, scientists, scientific institutions, science policy, society, and more recently, the younger generation, which is where the future of India lies. So, thank you. We will now have a very joyous event to honor and felicitate Professor Rao. And I will request Honorable Chief Minister Shri Bommai to do the honors. And he will be assisted by Professor Ishwar Murthy, the Dean of Academic Affairs at JNCASR. Yes, yes. Yeah, that's the most important. Mrs. Rao. Thank you, sir. We are delighted to have Honorable Chief Minister and Honorable Minister with us today. And I now request our Administrative Officer, Shri Jaideep Dev, to felicitate Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Bommai, please. Thank you. May I now request Sri Jayachandra to felicitate Honorable Minister Dr. Ashwath Narayan, please. Thank you very much. It is a real great joyous occasion for all of us, particularly the Indian science community at large. And it's my now pleasure to invite Honorable Chief Minister Sri Bommai to deliver his address, please.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಗೌರವಪೂರ್ವಕ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಸಿ.ಎನ್. ರಾವ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಇಂದುಮತಿ ರಾವ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ. ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ. ಶ್ರೀ ಸಿ.ಎನ್. ರಾವ್, ಭಾರತ್ ರತ್ನ, son of the soil, who has reached the stars of the sky in scientific world. Srimati Indumati Rao, Sri Kulkarni, President, and my colleague, my dear friend Sri Ashwath Narayan, and all the scientists, researchers, students, and ladies and gentlemen. ನನಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಸಂತೋಷ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಬಹಳ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸಾಧಕರು ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡುವ ಕೆಲಸ ನಮಗೆ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣ ಜ್ಞಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡುವ ಕೆಲಸ ಕೆಲವು ವರ್ಷಗಳಾದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಉಪಯೋಗ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ, ಪ್ರಯೋಜನವನ್ನು ಪಡಿತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. ಹೀಗಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿ.ಎನ್. ರಾವ್ ಅವರದ್ದು ನಿಸ್ವಾರ್ಥ ಸೇವೆ ಮುಂದಿನ ಜನಾಂಗಕ್ಕೆ, ಭವಿಷ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ, ಇಡೀ ಜಗತ್ತಿಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದಾಗಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅವರು ತಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನವನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟುಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. He has dedicated his life to the future generation of mankind. And we being ourselves to be alive when his time itself is a great bhagya, I wish to say. ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ವಿವೇಕಾನಂದ ಅವರೊಂದು ಮಾತು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಸರ್, ಸಾಧಕನಿಗೆ ಅಂತ್ಯವಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಂತ್ಯದ ನಂತರವೂ ಕೂಡ ಬದುಕಬಲ್ಲ ಸಾಧಕರು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಯು ಆರ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಅಚೀವರ್ಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಇನ್ ಅವರ್ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ. ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ವಂಡರಿಂಗ್ that age has not caught up with you. You have been such an agile person who take on the most difficult challenges, and even now, when you speak, you are so perfect in all the things what you are trying to do. That means the research what you are doing outside regarding energy and storage of energy, especially renewable energy storage. I was wondering that there is a reservoir of energy within resource storage. Reservoir of energy within. That's why you are able to do all these challenges. Yes, we know that energy is a very important part in development of the world, the humankind. And since ages, energy has been a central word for all the scientific development communities. Still, the whole world revolves around E is equal to MC square. Energy and mass. The physical world revolves on energy and mass. And we have not been able to achieve the way it should have been regarding energy and mass too. Therefore, the best research in these two elements has become eternal. Pure science is a fundamental for applied sciences. Strong for pure science, foundation of strong pure science, will certainly move to a perfect of applied sciences. The present generation is after only applied sciences. The need of research and strengthening of pure science is still a necessity. And that is exactly has been done in this Jawaharlal Institute of Science. Of course, the pure science, its dimensions are known. It has to be applied for the ultimate usage of mankind. And another thing, sir, which you might have not experienced because of your gigantic personality, all the scientists should also make political science. To be in the right place, the right time, and achieve the right things, the knowledge of political science is also important. When we judge the personality, but above that. So political science comes to for others, they have to do political science. In fact, there is a question, what is political science? And somebody has answered it that political science is a science of all sciences. In fact, it's another science. A nuclear bomb might have been discovered or prepared or manufactured by a scientist. But where to use it, how to use it, depends on the premier of the country, the center of the country. In the present context, it is protein. So, equanimity in political science is very essential. Then only all the scientific development can be used for the betterment of mankind. And nature is also such. Moving together might create X energy, that is nuclear fusion. Nuclear fusion creates infinite energy. Therefore, you have to handle nuclear fusion more delicately than anything else. And similarly, the energy mix, it's all about, it's a nuclear energy, it's a renewable energy, energy in so many forms. How do you handle it? Renewable energy is the most desirable thing in the present context. Environmentally low cost and environmentally available in nature. But the issue is the renewable energy in different forms and utility in different forms is a big challenge. Then there are a lot of new energy that is green hydrogen, which is now being now. Most of the countries are trying to enter into that sphere. Whatever it is, green hydrogen, solar energy, or wind energy, renewable energy, whatever it is, storage is a very big challenge. Without storage, the utility of this energy has got its own limitation. Therefore, solar batteries, of solar energy and of hydroelectrics, there's so many ways scientists are exploring. And the government also are taking certain projects in that. I was just looking through the EMI award, which is bestowed upon your Honorable Senior Rao. And I was wondering what was his real hard work which he has put in. I could not comprehend completely. But I feel that the two-dimensional system and highly very highly efficient material, which is can be used in renewable energy, and of course the green hydrogen energy and storages. These are all highly innovative materials, hybrid materials. The beauty of this is these are all present. They're already present. It's more important. But the combinations, as I said, the combinations will throw out new forms of energy. The valencies of these chemicals or elements will throw out new combinations, new energy. And it's very interesting. I wish I would have thought of this kind of science. That is science which I am into. Science and spirituality go together. And the perfect combination of science and spirituality I see in Citation and Rao. They are two sides of the same coin. Spirituality motivates into scientific development, and scientific development applications of that will be based on spirituality. Science and spirituality are intertwined, and it should be intertwined. Otherwise, a huge energy that doesn't have a spiritual backup can create a chaos, can be the end of the human mankind also. Very interesting, when the war is going on, some prophets in the West asked a great thinker like say Nehru, after the World War II, Second World War, almost 20 years after that, he asked a question: will there be a third world war? The great person a philosopher, he said, I'm not sure there will be third world war, but I am sure there will be no fourth world war. But once the third world is there, then there will be no way to be a fourth world war. Therefore, he said, I'm sure there will be no fourth world war. Therefore, the present challenge of building research in energy and utilization of it, also handling of energy from that cause is the big challenge we have to face. You are all youngsters, you've got a lot of ideas, you've got a lot of opportunity. When sailing was started, probably didn't have so much of opportunity, so much of information, so much of information systems, which you have now. So I wish that the great energy, result of any this is around, you people can get inspired, fired, and take up all the scientific endeavors here into and come out with liveliness. Hence, you need when there is a great reservoir of energy inspiring in this institution, which was seen once in the same era. I would congratulate on behalf of the entire nation, and already my Prime Minister has congratulated him on the state that Karnataka is blessed to have same Rao in Bangalore. So I congratulate on behalf of the state having conferred this great honor, which is equal to Nobel Prize. Something very equal to Nobel Prize. Bharat is a Nobel Prize. So I congratulate him and the entire scientific world and this institution once again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chief Minister Shri Bhai, for your words of appreciation of Professor Rao's work, your words of vision for the technologies of energy conversion and storage, and also philosophical remarks on the connections with society and spirituality. We also appreciate your emphasis on science and trust in the scientist, and we assure you it is very well placed. Now it's time for us to have a response from Professor Rao and Mrs. Indumati Rao. We will give you we will. Sir, but
my dear Chief Minister, Sri Raj Parmadi, he Minister of Higher Education, Sri Dr. Raji, also students to assist welcome to this test. I am really glad to participate in a function. I am over 88 years of age. In the last 20 years, there is not a single day that I have thought to work in. I want to look our students and faculty to be thrown head of the yes, sometimes it's no state idea is a good. There's no, then there is a chance to work, finish, and publish. So there will be issue larger than it's various. Mission, thanks to Mahimaji and the third was already said.
I now welcome Dr. Mrs. Indumati Rao to respond.
Honorable Chief Minister of Karnataka, Sri Basavaraj Bommai, Honorable Minister for Higher Education, IT/BT, Electronics, and School Development, Sri Ashwat Narayan, Dr. Ashwat Narayan, our President, Professor Kulkarni, and faculty friends and students. It's my privilege to be standing here to thank all of you at this great institution. In fact, we are a very, very small family. And in that, except our son Sanjay, only 2 people could have attended this, that is our daughter and Professor Ganesh. But the whole thing was done at lightning speed. All I could do was to send a message that this is on. It shows the vibrancy of JNC, that in a matter of few hours, not only the whole event was organized, but was able to coordinate all aspects of it. And it is really wonderful, and I'm extremely thankful that the Chief Minister, despite all his commitments, and Dr. Ashwat Narayan, thought it important enough to be with us. Thank you, sir. And the fact that Professor Kulkarni and organized this with the entire community working almost overnight. It's amazing. I'm absolutely amazed at the coherence of this community. People here work behind scenes, and each unit of this makes us so effortlessly that we don't even realize what an effort it is. And it is Professor Kulkarni with his habit of looking at all details, but making people responsible for each of them is an indication that JNC is in good hands. I just want to take a few minutes. I think I won't exceed my 5 minutes. I wish I could, but I won't. I want to thank the student community here. You know, this is such a wonderfully cited, established research institution. The students are highly motivated into their research. But to find a community where two young people can sing classical raga-based invocation, really that shows how talented they are. Again, we have a foundation, and through that we organize a number of student-oriented, that too, as I call them, children of lesser gods, for them to motivate and show the wonderful world of science. In that, the contribution of students is amazing. I have made such good friends in them, and they run the entire show. So this student community reaffirms my great faith in the younger generation of our country, and especially JNCASR. I can go on with this, but I will restrict myself to two things that has made a wonderful difference to us during the COVID pandemic. The COVID officers in charge and our Dhanvantri staff led by Dhanvantri led by Dr. Nagbhushan and the nurses have seen to it that pandemic is kept at bay. And they have seen to it that all students are covered with their vaccines and regular checkups are being done. And but for the selfless effort, you would have not been so COVID-free. Thank you for all the health workers and the COVID officers. Just another example, I want to sort of make a special mention. Every unit is special, but this is very, very special. For Professor and myself, in the nature around our institutions is very, very important. Even to cut a dried up twig is a crime, we think. So that culture has been maintained here, and our gardening unit has seen to it our natural tree, natural greenery is maintained in such a way. You can see that year after year, for the past 7 years, we have won the best prize in the Lal Bagh annual sale for the best institutional garden. This is an achievement all of us have to be proud of, because to maintain a garden, nobody, even when they come to JNC, they don't see people. They only see trees, they only see greenery. It is today, we have to thank the gardening unit. And with all this, I just want to say one final word. In UC Berkeley, University of California, Berkeley, when it was established, it was said the whole is bigger, sum of parts is bigger than, the whole is more than the sum of parts. That is, even if you add up everything, the whole is much, much more than the sum. So that kind of institution we have to be extremely fortunate to be breathing the air, to be enjoying this. Don't ever forget how lucky we are. And with these words, thank you once again for being here to share this wonderful day with us. In fact, the award was announced in April. It has taken almost 1 year to go home. And when it did it with lightning speed. So we didn't even have time enough for have a more elaborate get together. And thank you once again, Professor Kulkarni, and everybody who has participated in it, and all those who are present here to share the joy with us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Rao and Dr. Indumati Rao, for your kind words and response. Your presence on the campus and vision have been critical to the accomplishments that have emerged from this campus, and we are indeed very grateful to you for being inspiring figure on the campus, always for us from the day of founding of JNCASR. As Mrs. Rao pointed out, this event was organized in a lightning speed with tremendous efficiency and care. And this effort was led by Professor Kulkarni. And on behalf of us, we express our appreciation to Professor Kulkarni with a bouquet of flowers. I now invite Professor Vidyadhi Raja, who is Dean of Faculty and Extension Activities of the Center, to propose words of thanks.
Thank you, Professor Wagmare. It's my honor and privilege to propose to say the words of thanks. And I would like to begin by thanking Bharat Ratna Professor C.N. Rao and Dr. Indumati Rao for gracing this occasion and for giving us the opportunity to felicitate you. Thank you, sir. And congratulations once again on the NE Energy Frontiers Award 2020. I would like to thank Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Basavaraj Bommai, for being here with us and for felicitating Professor C.N. Rao. I would also like to thank Dr. C.N. Ashwath Narayan, Honorable Minister of Higher Education, Electronics, IT/BT, and Science and Technology, and also having the additional charge of Minister of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship and Livelihood, Government of Karnataka, for being here with us and gracing this occasion. And of course, as Madam has also given the words of thanks, I would like to thank our President, Professor G.U. Kulkarni, for organizing this event and for being with us. And this event was also possible by a lot of other, by the contributions of a lot of other colleagues, including Professor Wagmare, Professor Ishwar Murthy, and many other colleagues, including our administrative officer, our security team, and so on. So with this, thank you very much. And also to all of you for being here with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I request all in the audience to kindly remain seated until the dignitaries leave the hall. Thank you. And we invite you to join for a high tea arranged in the foyer of the new hostel building right behind this conference hall. Thank you.